1 in every 125 people in the UK have identified themselves as a problem gambler. None of the people in this film are counted in this statistic. None of the people in this film are officially recognised as problem gamblers. Only 1% of gambling addicts will get the help they need dealing with their addiction. All the participants in this film have asked to have their identities hidden.
I started gambling when I turned 18. I was sensible and the stakes were very small. It made football matches more interesting to me, however stakes slowly started to increase from say £2 a bet to £5, then to £10. I began to chase losses with higher stakes. It wasn't fun anymore. I started getting anxious about my bets but couldn't stop. The more I bet on football, the less time I spent with my family and friends. Sometimes I would stay up until the early hours of the morning chasing my losses. When there was no football, I would turn to virtual matches. I felt bad around Christmas time when I had no money to spend on gifts for my family and friends, all because I'd lost a lot gambling. My mood depended on gambling. It affected how I got on with my girlfriend and my friends. This one night I was with my girlfriend and I had lost the most I had ever lost. I kept increasing my stakes. I deposited more and more until almost my whole life savings had gone. I felt really down and it was so difficult to hide it from her. I felt so lost and empty. It was 3 AM, I didn't know what to do myself. I went to sleep and didn't want to wake up. The next day I told my mum. It was difficult to tell her, but I had to. She made me feel so much better and told me not to worry. She just told me that this would have to be the end. That night I banned myself from the betting apps that I had. Since then I've wanted to gamble so many times, especially with the football season starting again. I haven't been able to since I have no money to gamble with. My fear is what might happen when my student loan comes in again or when I get a job. I'm hoping this is the end of it for me. I'm 20 years old and I have a gambling addiction.
I'd say I started gambling at probably the age of 15, 16. Started with just football accumulators when I was about 15. My granddad's a big horse racing fan. Started to go with him sometimes if I was off school on the holidays, just go for a day out. I started hanging about with a few mates who got into horse racing. Tips come and things like that, and you just start betting on it because you just think, why not? About 17, I think that was when I managed to get an account with Sky Bet. Don't know how that happened because obviously I wasn't 18 at the time. I don't actually know how I started playing the game. It's a game called Blackjack. I think it's one of them things when you go on your account, £5 free if you bet £5 on sport in the casino. So I thought, why not? Went on, started putting just 50p's, 20p's, win a bit. Then you get up to a tenner, then £20, then you're just winning. When I lose a bit, I think, right, instead of backing another sport or another horse, I'll put like £20 on blackjack and try and win it back off that instead. One time, got paid a lot of money at the time. I thought, right, I'll deposit £300. Absolute stupid. I never go to a shop and put £300 in a machine. I'd be thinking, what am I doing here? Put £300 in, lost that, and I'm thinking, come on, I've got to have some luck here. Why is he winning all the time? So I'm like, I'm doing this until I win, because that's all I want to do, win. So then I lost the 300, put 200 in, that went. That's when I started to think, I've lost £500 and I've worked a month to get this money and I've got nothing to show for it. So then I thought, I'm going to go again. So I put £200 in, and then in my head, when I was pressing £200, I thought I could lose £700 here. £700, that is ridiculous. Like, you could buy a car nearly with that. It's like mad money. So I thought, I get loans and stuff, it's alright, I'll get that money back, it's alright. And just, if I lose it, I lose it. Who cares? That would have been up there with the worst times ever. If I lost that £200, I don't know what I would have done after that. Would I stop, or would I think, right, I'm going to go again until I win?
Do you think you would have stopped?
Looking back, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Told my mum, and she found out, and she said, right, stop. Still, just don't bet on that, it's stupid. She said, I'd rather you put that on a horse. Every time I put that money in, I think about what would people think in my family of me playing that game. And that's what makes me think I need to stop. Because it's the effect that if I lose that money, what could happen to me?
I was weak and my vulnerabilities were preyed upon. A simple tenner on a rugby match just spirals. The compulsion takes hold and then you don't stop until you're at rock bottom. The thing about a gambling addiction is that it leaves you with nothing, but it's not like drink or drugs so you can hide it. Nobody knows until you hit rock bottom. You get good at hiding the pain, the despair and the financial ruin to one small corner of your life. I'm 29, best family anyone could ask for. Proper education, degree from a top uni. Started my own business, raised investment for it, had a smashing career, good girlfriend, cared for my grandparents, good at sport. I was lucky. I excluded myself from all gambling. I was doing well. Bet365, however, let me reverse that, and I ended up losing £180,000 with no monitoring, with nothing. I've seen up close how gambling kills. And I've thought about ending it all myself.